You may open the courtroom at this time.
Welcome all. 36th District Court, State of Michigan is now in session with the Honorable Judge Shannon A. Holmes presiding. During this Zoom court proceeding, there will be no gum chewing, eating, drinking, smoking, or talking. Also, you're required to be dressed appropriately for court. No do-rags, hats, pajamas, low-cut tops, spaghetti string tops, or underclothes should be visible. If you have any additional electronic devices, please silence them or turn them off now. Thank you all in advance for your compliance, and good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, and good morning, everyone. Good morning. All right, let's start with good morning. Are you all able to hear me?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Let's start with the attorney's placing your appearance on the record, please.
Thank you, Judge. Good morning. For the record, Jesse Reed, Drug Court Defense Attorney, P23863. Judge, I'd like to make a motion, if I may, preliminary motion. For all my clients, I'd like my appearance to be for all my clients this morning. Thank you, Judge. Continuing motion. Thank you.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Reed. Your motion is granted.
Thank you, Judge. It's Monday. I'm a little tongue-tied.
It's Monday.
And good morning, Your Honor. Robert Fikens, P. 31894, Drug Treatment Court Defense Counsel. I too would make a similar motion.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Fikens. Good morning to you. And your motion is granted as well. Mr. Yancey, you're first on the screen. Let's have the case managers, please.
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. Kenneth Yancey on behalf of Sobriety Court this morning, Your Honor.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Yancey. Mr. Griffin, you're up next.
Good morning, Your Honor. Brian Griffin, Drug Court Case Manager on behalf of the Probation Department.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Griffin. And then Ms. Robs.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ebony Robs, Drug Treatment Court Case Manager.
All right. Good morning, Ms. Robs. We are ready to get started. Good morning to everybody else that's present in the courtroom. Let's get started. Officer, you may call the first case for me.
First, Your Honor, is Marquel Todd.
All right, Mr. Todd, unmute for me, please. Good morning, Mr. Todd.
Good morning. How are you?
I am well. How are you this morning?
Great. I'm great.
Good. Let me have you state your full name for the record, please.
My name is Marquel Todd.
All right, you all have to turn it up. I can barely hear him. All right, I have the following matters for Mr. Todd. SP 100-60802. Case number SP 961-8881. There's an echo. And then finally, I have case number 190580901. All right, Mr. Todd, I haven't seen you in a while. Things are going well?
Things are going well. Yes, I'm still doing what I'm supposed to do. That I made a promise to do. I'm attending NA meetings twice a week. I'm attending aftercare once a week, and I'm attending meetings with my recovery coach twice a week.
All right, so you've got a lot going on. You're doing your step meetings, you're doing your aftercare, and you have a sponsor.
Yes, I have a sponsor. His name is Harold Rudolph. Oh, I'm testing 3 times a week too.
And you are testing, yes, sir. All right, very good. Mr. Todd, has it been difficult for you to stay on task or on track?
No, it hasn't been difficult. It's just I'm doing what I got to do. You know, I mean, I made a promise to do what I got to do, and I'm doing what I have to do.
All right, very good. Tell me something that you've learned in your meetings since the last time I've seen you, or even with your sponsor, or in your aftercare.
I learned that I wasted like a lot of years in my life. I can't get them back, so I have to let the past go and live for the future.
Yes, you have to let the past go and you've got to just keep moving in the future, right?
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right. And now that you know some better things to do, you should do those things, right?
Yes, I need like to get a hobby or something to do something. Like I've been starting back reading books and stuff like that.
Good for
I also
you.
got
Good for you.
a call from I'm trying to get her name right. I think it's Lena Griffin from 36 Court. She's going to help me get my own apartment. She's going to help me get counseling, all sorts of stuff. Talk to her. She's from 36th District.
Yes. All right. Is that working with family reunification, Mr. Griffin?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, wonderful. That's a wonderful thing. All right. How do you feel about that?
I feel happy about it. Yeah. I
Good.
feel very happy about it. Yeah.
And you know that your ability to stay, are you still working?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right. All right. So your ability to stay on your job, to live independently, and do all of those things is directly connected to your sobriety, right?
Yeah.
All right. Very good. How's the wife?
I just talk to her like 2-3 times out the week, but we're not really. I told you it's not been 6 months yet, so I got like 2 more months left.
All right. All right. You better do right, Mr. Todd.
Yes, I am. I'm on track. I talk to Mr. Griffin at least like 2 or 3 times out the week, so he's been very helpful. It's like a big brother to me. I don't know.
All right.
I don't know if I'm older than him or not, but he's like a big brother.
It don't matter. The age is just the state of mind. He can be the big brother. All right. Mr. Todd, what do you need us to help you with?
Nothing. I'm happy. I'm great. I'm going to talk to Miss Griffin tomorrow, and everything is going great.
All right, very good. Mr. Griffin, tell me about Mr. Todd and where we are in our process.
Your Honor, Mr. Todd is currently in phase 1 of the program. Like he said, the report he did is accurate. We did have a couple of hiccups to start, so he's been got on track. I did refer him to Ms. Griffin to get some other things that we discussed started as far as him trying to get his own place. Also offering the counseling he was talking about is family counseling for him and his wife. If his wife is willing to go to counseling, with him to kind of work out their issues. So those are things that we're starting to, trying to get in place. Different employment opportunities. So, so Ms. Griffin, when she get in contact with him, she's going to explore a lot of different things to try to get him on a path. I told Mr. Todd, take advantage of all the opportunities that he have at this point while he's in, in treatment and in drug court. We talked about some personal things to work on and things like that. So, he seems to be in a good place. He gave me his word this last time, and so he's been working, Your Honor. He's been working really hard.
All right. All right, very good, very good. Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens, anything on Mr. Todd?
Yes, Judge, thank you. Mr. Todd, a good report today. It's always good to see you and hear you. One of the goals of Drug Treatment Court is independent living for our participants. I'm glad that we're working on that for you. Keep up the good work, Mr. Todd. We're proud of you. Be safe and be proud of yourself. You're doing a good job. Thank you. Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Mr. Todd.
Great.
And Your Honor, if I might add, Mr. Todd, you certainly have come a long way. You've made a lot of changes in your life. Pretty soon, you're going to be that big brother to Brian Griffin. I know it. I can see it coming. So we're proud of you, sir. Do well. Keep doing well. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. White.
All right, very good. All right, Mr. Todd, if you don't need anything from us, or if you don't have any questions, you'll come back. He's in phase 1. Has he made some payments toward his contract?
Not yet, Your Honor.
You see my face, Mr. Todd? This my Monday morning, where's my money face?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna start making payments next week. I'm gonna start making payments once a week.
All right, I need you to get with Mr. Griffin and you all work out something. Mr. Griffin, you said that he's in phase 1. I know that he had some bumps along the way, but he's been on a good track for a minute. Isn't that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. What are your thoughts about Mr. Todd going to phase 2?
Your Honor, that'd be a great incentive for him to promote him to phase 2, because it's like I said, his progress has been steady. And then when he did hit the bumps, he did take the proper to get back on track. I didn't have to go looking for him or anything. He checked himself back in to treatment. So, he's showing. So I wouldn't have any problem recommend that he be promoted to phase 2, Your Honor.
All right. Do any of the other team members have an objection? No objection?
No objections.
All right. I think, Mr. Todd, you have done so well. We want to encourage you to keep going, not just to get from one phase to the other, but to get to recovery for a lifetime. And so are you ready to go to phase 2 now, Mr. Todd?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, let's do it. I need everybody in the courtroom to join me in congratulating Mr. Todd on his promotion to phase 2. Congratulations, Mr. Todd. All right, very good. Mr. Griffin, I still want to see him for his first return to court in phase 2, and then you can set him up otherwise. When would that bring him back?
That'll be on the 29th, Your Honor, March 29th at 8:30 a.m.
March 29th at 8:30 a.m. Did you get that, Mr. Todd?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right. Very good. It's so good to see you. Keep up the great work you're doing, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right.
Good to see you too.
All right. Okay, officer, we're ready for our next case.
Next, Your Honor, is Joe Adams.
All right, Mr. Adams, if you could unmute for me and state your name for the record.
Joe Edward Adams Jr.
All right, good morning, Mr. Adams.
Good morning.
I have the following for Mr. Joe Adams: 12057369001. How are things going with you, Mr. Adams? You at work today?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, where is work?
I work for Spencer's and Butcher. Spencer and Butcher's Assembly Right off on East Jefferson and Feud.
All right, very good. How long have you been there?
This Monday makes week 3.
All right, you doing it, Mr. Adams. How do you feel about holding down that steady employment?
It's been nonstop. It feels up here good to be back working and actually doing something and not just sitting around up here. It's been up here. It's up here. Everything is going all right.
All right, very good, very good. And so, Mr. Yancey, this is your case?
Yes,
Tell
it is.
me about Mr. Adams. That feedback is driving me nuts. I don't know why I have feedback this morning. Do you all hear it? You okay? All right, but it's only when I'm talking. Go ahead, Mr. Yancey.
So yes, Your Honor, Mr. Adams, he's in phase 1. He's still at Detroit Recovery Project. Mr. Burke, he's still screening, and he's still going to meetings. We did had a slip up on the 17th, what we talked about the last time that we were here. So he got back on the 1-800 number. They actually re-referred him to Detroit Recovery Project. So we're just gonna make that a little bit more intense for him at Detroit Recovery Project. But since that time, his screenings have been negative. He's going to meetings and he is still at Detroit Recovery Project. And as you can see, he isn't employed at this time.
Okay, very good, very good. And so, Mr. Yancey, have you received any information from Detroit Recovery Project that says we need to do something different or needing our assistance with keeping Mr. Adams on track?
My last correspondence with them was right before this incident. So I reached out to them and told them that we need to make it more intense. So they're gonna probably send me something back, but I am gonna contact them again They did concur with me, but I'll get them to send me some paperwork.
All right, very good, very good. And so, Mr. Adams, what are you doing differently now to stay on track? Because we kind of fell off a second.
Yes, yes. Well, one,
What's different?
I'm just not I'm not letting all this stress constantly keep getting to me, where I'm up here letting things build up and going out and making these wrong decisions that I know a lot better than, and just stay clear minded and just understand that regardless of whatever thing that goes on in life, it's a temporary problem.
It definitely is.
You know, and that whole thing is up here. A temporary problem doesn't need a temporary solution. Up here doesn't need necessarily a temporary solution. Up here, whatever is stressing out, it's temporary. Move past it. Don't go off and do something that I know is going to be detrimental. That could be lasting longer. Because that one drink or that one beer or that one thing of vodka that has nothing to do with me dropping dirty, and then I've had to deal with the repercussions that could be months or years of something that's not necessarily up here need to be done. So just gotta be smarter and wiser in my decision making. Period.
All right, I'm counting on you to do that, Mr. Adams. Okay.
Yes, Shannon.
And if you need help with that, I need you to reach out and let us know, whether it's through Detroit Recovery Project, through Mr. Yancey, your case manager, or whomever. We need to know so that we're able to help you. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. To be honest with you, I need to. I'm gonna have to reschedule my meetings because my one-on-one meetings with Mr. Burks, because due to with the new job and everything, I have to be here at 5 a.m. and I don't get off until like 3:30. And normally our meetings are every Monday at 10 a.m. So that's not gonna be feasible. I tried to see if we could do it on Friday, but he says he doesn't meet with people on Friday. So I'm gonna talk to him again, try to figure out when I can do some one-on-one meetings with him in the afternoon.
Okay, you need to get that figured out very quickly. Because
yes,
treatment is mandatory. So I need you to figure, Mr. Yancey, that's got to be figured out on short order.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, what were you going to say, Mr. Adams?
I was saying when I spoke to him last Thursday at our last group meeting, I spoke with him about that, and he told me I'm going to get back with him today when I get off on Monday and try to set up something as far as, and he said Monday through Thursday, anytime will be fine. I just got to find out what works best for the schedule.
All right, because I need you to be in your sessions.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Anything else from any of the other team members asked to Mr. Adams?
Congratulations, Mr. Adams, on the employment. Keep up the good work. Be safe. Be safe, Mr. Adams. We know it's not easy, but you're doing a good job. Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Mr. Adams.
Thank you.
I'll add very quickly, Your Honor. Mr. Adams, that's a great change of thinking that you have. Keep up the great work, sir. You're doing a good job. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
All right, very good. Mr. Adams, do you have any questions for any of the team members? Or do you need help with anything?
Not at this moment, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Mr. Yancey, when do you have Mr. Adams coming back?
Your Honor, March 22nd of this year.
All right, March 22nd at 8:30 a.m.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Make sure if you have to be at work, Mr. Adams, that you get on early, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Take care. Good to see you.
Thank you. Good to see you too. Have a blessed day.
You too. All right, officer, the next case.
Next, Your Honor, is Miss Christy Zacher.
All right.
Your Honor, if I may, Ms. Zacher needs to go into a breakout room with one of the attorneys.
Okay. All right, Miss Robs. I just so you all know, I don't have reception on my phone in here for some reason. And I purchased a hotspot and I still don't have reception this morning. All right. I'll put you in. Good morning, Miss Zacher. You'll have to unmute. All right. Who wants to go in the breakout room with Miss Zacher? She's still muted. Who wants to go in with her?
I'll do that, Judge.
All right, Mr. Fikens. I am creating those breakout rooms right now. You'll both get an invitation to breakout room number 1. And please accept the invitation. All right. Okay, officer, who's on next?
Next, Your Honor, is Mr. Nolan Johnson.
Mr. Johnson, good morning to you. Unmute for me.
Hey, good morning. How you doing, Your Honor?
I am well. How are you this morning, Mr. Johnson?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing pretty good.
Doing pretty good. State your full name for the record.
Nolan Johnson.
All right. I have the following matters for Nolan Johnson, Z806-6861, Z806-7991. All right, Mr. Johnson, let's start with how's your health?
I'm coming along. You know, it's not an easy process, but you know, just dealing with it, doing what I got to do to make sure I get better. So.
All right, very good. And with respect to how you're, did he disappear, Mr. Griffin? There he is. How are you feeling about the health challenges that you're having? And most importantly for me is how are you handling them? Are you speaking with your counselor about it? Because I don't want you to internalize. I know there have been some major adjustments in your life as a result of it. So what are you doing? How are you handling it?
I'm just staying prayed up, honestly, just praying and coming to grips with certain things. Like one thing I had to realize is, you know, I was in denial as far as like with drinking or whatever, because I don't drink like that, but the times I chose to drink was probably the wrong times, you know, and it put me in situations to where everything that happened is around alcohol. So I'm kind of like getting to the hands of that, like, okay, maybe you shouldn't have been drinking like that around certain times, you know? So just coming to grips with everything and just honestly just getting through it the best way I can, is praying to God and staying faithful.
Yes, and you know that I'm glad to hear you say that, Mr. Johnson, because oftentimes when people come into the program, they think about people with problems with alcohol. You know, that's the lush. That's the person that's getting drunk every day, can't go to work, can't concentrate, can't do anything. But alcoholism has looks like various things, right? Dealing with alcohol, having an issue with alcohol can mean when I pick up, I go above and beyond, or I don't know how to put down. And so now I drink enough alcohol to impair my ability to make good decisions. And so, but I still go to work every day. I still can maintain a family. I still pay my bills. I still, you know, I'm still doing and looking pretty good. It's still an issue with alcohol. When you pick up and you don't understand that, you know, now I'm to the point that I'm making bad decisions and you're not able to put down before you get to that point, it's an issue.
Yes.
And so I'm glad, thank you. I'm glad that you've come to that realization, because now you can really, really do some work.
Most definitely.
Now I'm looking at something my clerk just handed me. Did we talk about these driving tickets he got?
Yes, Your Honor. That's when he first came into the program. He got them like the.
There we go.
Yeah. So they came in. So I sent them to your email earlier. I didn't know if you was in or not, and I sent them to Mr. Fikens and I sent them to Mr. Reed. So this is the first time that I saw them. So I just wanted to bring them to the attention that they had hit the computer, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Griffin. We did receive them. There are 3 misdemeanors, 1 civil infraction. He has court dates in front of Judge Sabri for, I believe it's June the 8th. Or
June
May
8th, yes. June 8th. Mr. Reed, it's June 8th.
June 8th.
And so what are you proposing?
How the court wanted to handle these tickets. Did you want to have them put on our docket and work out something with the city attorney, or let them remain on Judge Sabri's docket, however the court wishes to proceed?
Your Honor, what it was, Yeah, you wanted to see how he was going to do in the program. He had got off to a, such a bad start or whatever. You said you would wait before you did anything with him to see if he's working the program before if we decided to add him to the contract or not.
All right. So this is what I'll do. This is what I'll do. They haven't worked out a deal with them, so I can't add them at this time. But Mr. Johnson is getting on track. I want to see that he's going to be on track. So this is what I'll do. I'll bring them back. I'll put them on my docket, and I'll just let's put them on my docket, but let's go out like 4 weeks for him because he sees me every 2 weeks. Let's go out 4 weeks. And I'd like to see where he is at that time.
Yes, Judge.
Does that work? He'll still see me every two weeks for the ones that are currently on my docket, Ms. Drew. Okay. But these will be added. Put these on for a 4 week. Mr. Griffin, what's the 4 week date?
That'll be April the 5th, Your Honor.
So put it on for April 5th. Okay. For these the 4 that you just gave here. I'll give these back to you from Judge Sabri. Put those on for April 5th. And then the 2 that are before me today, what would that return to court date be, Mr. Griffin?
March the 22nd, Your Honor, at 8:30.
March 22nd. Yeah, there we go. All right. And then that way we'll have everything there. All right, and we'll work on it. You're not driving anymore, right, Mr. Johnson?
No, ma'am.
All right, no driving whatsoever. So tell me what you've been doing since the last time I've seen you.
Just been having physical therapy come to the house. They've been working with my leg, trying to get that back in shape. And just my sons come over, just been with them. That's about it.
What are you doing to work your program, Mr. Johnson?
So what am I doing to work it?
Yes. What are you doing for this program? What have you been doing?
Just being honest with myself and just realizing like this program will be over before I know it, so it's not about the program, to be honest with you. It's about you within yourself. Like, what do you want to do in the future? Do you want to continue to do wrong or not make smart decisions, or do you want to learn from the actual program and just take that and whatever you have going on within your life later on, use what you learn from the program to your life, Because this program it's not 20 years big. This program, before you know it, you need to really learn and grasp things that you learn in your everyday life. I'm really realizing that though. Just,
All right, very good.
For what it really is.
And the things that you're going to do in this program and learn in this program are things that are applicable to life if you choose to use them. Right?
That's right.
All right. Have you been going to your meetings, doing your meetings?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Very good. Have you been doing your therapy?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Who's your therapist?
I have 2. I have Miss Glenn, then I have Mr. Graham.
Miss Glenn, is that at Adult Wellbeing?
Yes.
All right, very good. What do you think of it so far?
Like I said, at first I was in denial, because I'm thinking like, I don't need this. This ain't even my type of, ordeal. But if you really pay attention to what's going on, listen, you really learn some stuff, honestly. And then they actually good listeners to hear my problems and things I'm going through, I'm struggling with. So it's working out.
All right. So make sure that you be open and honest with them so they are able to address anything that may have led you to this place in your life. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. They can't do it without you. All right. What do you need us to help you with, Mr. Johnson?
As of right now, everything's fine.
Okay. What's going on with your job?
I'm still out right now, medical.
Okay. So you're just on medical. Okay. All right. Okay. Very good. Mr. Griffin?
Your Honor, like Mr. Johnson said, he's working the program. I think he's starting to learn some things about himself. I think, he's sitting down and looking at life from a different perspective. It's unfortunate that it had to happen through, some tragic events or whatever, but at least he's still here and, and he can still make a change. So, through counseling, told him he needs to open up more. And that's what the counseling is for. It's not just for, the alcohol or drug use. It's also, to help you sort through, your personal life. That's probably what was contributing to, the substance abuse. So, I talk to him at least once or twice a week. So, he's starting to open up a little more with me, and, as we go on, he's talking more and things like that. So I just encourage him to continue, to be open and, let's work this out. But he's been doing okay, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Anything from any of the other team members?
Yes, Judge, thank you. Keep up the good work, Mr. Johnson. You're doing a good job. Work that physical rehab. I know it's not easy, but you're a young man and you can do it. And I'm going to repeat the message I gave last time. That is, troubles are only temporary. You're going to get through this. Be safe. Keep up the good work. We're proud of you. Thank you, Mr. Johnson.
I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, very good. And so, Mr. Johnson, I'm so glad you're on track and that you're working this program. I know that it's going to be beneficial to you in every aspect of your life, not just what brought you before us. And so continue to work the program. You're doing a good job, okay?
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that, Your Honor.
All right, you're coming back on March 22nd, 2021 at 8:30, okay?
Okay.
All right, very good. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a nice one.
Officer, you too. If they are not on screen, skip over them, go to the next person. I'm ready for my next case.
Next, Your Honor, is Brandon Gilkey.
Mr. Gilkey, if you can unmute for me. Uh-oh, is Mr. Gilkey frozen? Mr. Gilkey?
Yes.
Good morning to you.
Good morning.
State your name for the record.
Brandon Gilkey.
Thank you, sir. I have case number 200-568-4301 for Brandon Gilkey. How are you today, Mr. Gilkey?
Other than it being a little bit cold outside, I'm pretty good.
It's nice outside. I had to leave my jacket in the car. Oh, I'm sorry. Y'all can't boot up in my courtroom.
You got
so I'm gonna have to stop that. Not in the plan. It's no sun shining out there.
He's
on a delay.
Semis come back, rolling back and forth.
Oh, okay. I got it. Work is going well, Mr. Gilkey? Mr. Gilkey?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I don't know. Okay, are you able to hear me? He's got to go where he's going to get some good reception. Oh, it's a delay. Okay. All right. So tell me what you've been doing since the last time I've seen you.
Just working, spending more time with my son and going to my meetings.
Tell me something you've learned in those meetings.
To be honest with you, I'm gonna go back to the first step and just admit that you have a problem, and then just me doing that, I help set an example for somebody else to show them that you're not alone in this fight, and you can always reach out for help. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, absolutely. Are you still in your counseling at Sacred Heart, or you've completed that?
I recently just completed it.
All right, wonderful. And then tell me a little bit about what's going on with that Clinton Township warrant. Have you gotten that resolved?
That's what I'm working. That's I've been saving so I can pay that because I asked them. I spoke to someone and they told me I couldn't do a payment arrangement, so I have to pay them in full. So I'm in the process of putting that money to the side to give it to them in full.
All right, don't forget about 36th District Court that's working on your behalf right now, sir. We want to be high on the list for payments in full.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, he has started making some payments towards his costs with us also.
He did?
Yeah.
Okay, then don't harass him. That's what you're saying. Don't shake him down, Judge. He did make some payments.
Yeah, he is
All
making
right.
some,
making some
payments.
All right, I won't shake him down. I won't shake him down this morning. All right, very good. Mr. Griffin, I know there's a delay with Mr. Gilkey. Tell us how he's doing overall and what I need to do, if anything, to keep him on track.
He's doing well. Like he said, I haven't received, I'm gonna reach out and get the treatment completion. I haven't received it yet. He just recently completed it. He's attending his 12-step meetings. He's been testing, no problems with testing. Like I said, he did make a payment. We didn't get a chance to stop the case, but my recommendation today was to promote him to phase 2 of the program. I haven't had any problems with Mr. Gilkey since he's been in the program. He's been doing, what he's supposed to do, continue working, so he's maintaining. So, but other than that, he's been doing very well. No problems whatsoever with Mr. Gilkey, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Gilkey, are you ready to go to phase 2?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. You're doing a good job. Any objection from any of our team members?
No objections, Judge.
All right, I need everyone in the courtroom to join me in congratulating Mr. Gilkey on his promotion to phase 2. Congratulations, Mr. Gilkey. Congratulations. All right, y'all know that's a lazy Monday morning. Congratulations, y'all. I would be discouraged, y'all congratulated me like that. Yep. Mr. Gilkey, I need everybody in the courtroom to join me in congratulating Mr. Gilkey on his promotion to phase 2. Yeah. Oh, working hard. Yeah. In a pandemic. All right, Mr. Gilkey. I ain't gonna let them do you like that, Mr. Gilkey. All right. Mr. Griffin, when do you have Mr. Gilkey coming back?
Your Honor, I'm gonna have him come back on the 29th, and I'm still gonna have him see you on that day. Then we'll start face-to-faces after that.
All right, March 29, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. All right, Mr. Gilkey, good to see you. Take care and congratulations to you.
All right, thank you. Have a nice day.
All right, bye-bye. All right, officer.
Next, Your Honor, is Mr. Taiwan Evans.
Okay. Mr. Evans, let me have you unmute.
Hello.
Good morning. State your name for the record.
Taiwan. Good morning, Taiwan Evans.
All right, Mr. Evans, I have the following case for you. Case number 18055101001. How are you this morning, Mr. Evans?
I'm doing great.
All right, very good, very good. Tell me what's been going on with you since the last time. I only see you every 30 days to review, make sure you're doing what you're supposed to do. Are you on track, Mr. Evans?
Yes, Your Honor, I definitely am. I haven't slept no more than I ever slept in my life during this time either. And not only that, I have to report to my daughter/mother every day too. So, yeah.
Okay, not a bad thing, but what are you doing for self-accountability? Because someday daughter's gonna go on and have her own life. And someday you're not gonna be attached to 36th District Court or no other court. What are you doing for self-accountability?
Well, actually, for one, I'm staying sober and just trying to keep my mind occupied. I was sitting around and watch TV a lot now, so I'd be at home all the time.
Okay, are you still working?
Yes. I'm at work right now. I'm in one of these apartments by myself.
Okay. All right. What's going on in Oakland County?
I get sentenced it was April 15th. And
April 15th?
yes,
All right. Do you know what you're looking at as far as sentencing?
actually, I don't know exactly. I gotta wait until the day because the judge she'll have her mind made that day. But she also had me send a counsel too as well.
Yeah, Your Honor.
Okay.
Yeah, Your Honor, I had an opportunity to talk to Ms. Linda Bartner, who's the probation officer in Oakland County. So he does get sentenced on April the 15th. They placing him in a program that they have called a Step 4 program, which is kind of focused on counseling. So he's looking at, she said he's looking at 2+ years of probation, supervised probation. They also alcohol tether, which he was already on with us. And he's probably facing a mandatory 30 days in jail. And if he violate that, he can do up to 1 to 3 years in prison.
Okay, so they're giving him like one more chance,
Yeah,
basically.
when I talked to her, she said the judge that he has, she's really focused on treatment and counseling and whatever. So she's really focusing on giving him another chance, with the understanding that if anything else happened, that he will be sentenced to prison. But yeah, so it's looking at like 2 years of probation, mandatory 30 days in jail, and counseling. It's called a Step 4 program. So I did have the opportunity to speak with her, and the sentencing will be April the 15th of this year, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Thank you, Mr. Griffin, and thank you for monitoring this case. Of course, by doing so, you're going above and beyond. But I need to make sure that the city is safe, and to whatever degree I can, that Mr. Evans is safe. And so, Mr. Evans, I hope things work out for you. Make sure you keep Mr. Griffin on, in the loop, so that he knows what's going on. And Mr. Griffin, it sounds like you've made contact with Oakland County. I will continue to monitor. No issues with the tether. Is that correct, with the house arrest?
No issues, Your Honor. Everything has been fine. Testing, no issues. So he's been doing. Mr. Evans, I mean, me and him talk. We talk periodically. And so he apologized a lot, and I think he realized, what he got himself into, and what he did, and have nothing to do with anybody else. It's the choices that he made. So it's on him now. He's looking at 1 to 3 years in prison, any violations. So.
And that's going to be really sad. It'll be really, really sad for you to have to go to prison a year to 3 years. I don't want that for you, Mr. Evans, but what I want really doesn't matter. It's what you want and what you're willing to sacrifice. And so I hope that this fourth chance that you're being given through Oakland County, that you take advantage of it. That's what I really hope, that you take advantage of it. Because if you don't, that's shame on you. No other way to put it. So I hope that you're going to take advantage of it, okay?
Okay, I really am. I mean, I guess, I don't know what to say, luck or blessed, but I feel like I'm blessed to be given this chance, and I definitely will take advantage of it.
Yeah, that's how I'm feeling too. We feeling the same way. And so take advantage of it. If you can recover from this. It sounds like you've got a judge that is focusing on your ability to recover from this. The only way you won't recover is if you choose not to. Right. And what a tragedy. What a tragedy. How selfish would that be for your daughter, for your family, for people that care about you? Over alcohol? Give me a break. I want to be worth more than, I don't even know what a good drink costs these days, but I want to be worth more than that. I'm sure your daughter does, and those who love you. So take advantage of it, okay?
Okay, I sure will. And also, I never got a chance to thank you, but I wanted to thank you for asking I believe his name, Raphael Washington, to come speak to me when I was in the Wayne County facility.
He's the Wayne County Sheriff.
Yeah, and when I seen him on the news, I thought, I remember him. And yeah, I want to thank you for and I appreciate it very much.
Yeah, I wanted to check on you. He happens to be a very dear friend with a good heart. I wanted to make sure that while you were in the Wayne County Jail, that you were okay, that you didn't see this as this is the end of the rope for me and lose your hope and lose your focus. And so even though you haven't done your part, I hope you see that not just me, but people in this program who have worked with you, that we care about you as a person. We're not consumed with, oh, we need you to be in this program, do your 12, 24 months or whatever, and just be finished so we can close out cases. No, we genuinely care about the people that come before us. We want to see you make it. Because then when you make it, your daughter makes it, and everybody connected to you, the people you know and the people you don't know, they have a better chance at making it. And so, yeah, I sent him up, you were on my mind, and I called him up and said, just check on him. Make sure he's good. Make sure he knows that he's in jail, not because Judge Holmes is just being whatever those names are that he called me, but he's in jail because Judge Holmes cares about him and needs to get his attention so he can do something different.
And honestly, I never thought other than the judge, because I wouldn't blame
honestly, I don't believe you, but go ahead.
I mean, I tell it, I tell the truth a lot, and I am telling the truth. I don't blame nobody for my mistakes or nothing I did or nothing I made. So no, I wouldn't be that person to call you other than the title that you have, and that's judge.
All right, Mr. Evans, let's keep working it. I want the best for you. I do. I want the best for you. I'm gonna see you in 30 days, but you know that if you need us prior to that, you're in contact with Mr. Griffin. You can always dial into the courtroom, but I won't see you for another 30 days, okay?
Okay. What day would that be?
All right. Mr. Griffin, what day is Mr. Evans coming back?
That would be 30 days, April the 5th.
April 5th, all right. Ms. Drew, let's put him down for April 5th at 8:30 a.m., okay? Try to get on early.
Okay, I will.
All right?
Okay.
All right, very good. Good to see you. I'm glad you're doing well.
Good to see you again. Good to see you too. And again, thank you very much for your help.
All right. Show me, thank you. Show me, please, show me. All right, very good. Take care. All right. Officer, who do I have up next?
Next, Your Honor, is Mr. Robinson.
Mr. Robinson, I have your camera on. I mean, you done brushed your hair. You was hugging up with your boo. You ready?
She can see good. I'm sorry. Good morning.
All right. That's why I turned your camera off. Because I'm like, look, I don't want to have to go out on no medical leave.
Hold on. Sorry about that.
All right, Mr. Robinson. Let me see. I have case number 2. Uh-oh, did I lose my court reporter?
No, I was just like, how many more people could there be? I don't see anybody. Huh?
I'm sorry. Somebody's talking and your phone, you're not muted. I've muted you. Let's see. Can you reach out to Miss Wilson and see what happened to her? Make sure she's okay. She's not on. Okay. We have to check for the court reporter. And then there's someone on with an iPhone. Ma'am, I'm gonna ask you to unmute. Tell me your name.
Martasia Pryor.
Miss Pryor. All right. And Miss Pryor is here for a review. You're not a part of, is she a part of drug treatment court?
Yes,
she's new.
Yes.
All right, that's fine. Okay. All right, Miss Pryor. I'll call your case when we're ready. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, she's connecting. Let's give my court reporter an opportunity to connect, please. I noticed you were gone, Miss Wilson, and I stopped.
Thank you. I'm back.
All right, all right. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna put Mr. Robinson's case number back on the record, 2006-175-701. Mr. Robinson, state your full name for me, please.
Terrell Robinson.
All right, Mr. Robinson, how are you today?
I'm fine.
You doing well? All right, let me hear from your case manager first, because we didn't staff this case.
Yes, Your Honor, Kenneth Yancey on behalf of Sobriety Court, Your Honor. Mr. Robinson is new to our program. He was just placed in our program February 25th of this year. Obviously, he's in phase 1. I've had a lot of contact with Mr. Robinson, probably about 3 or 4 times to try to get him in treatment. He has screened.
Is he in treatment, Mr. Yancey?
He's in treatment. He has the referral for treatment. He has not started yet. He has a little bit more information. The first time they told him that they would call him back. So I had to explain to him that they're not going to call him back to get back on the line. So I forgot to tell people that. But other than that, I believe he has a referral. I did talk to him this morning. Also,
where is he referring to, Mr. Yancey?
I'm trying to get the information from him. I just got a person's name, but I'm not sure. I didn't get a chance to call them. Okay. But I believe it's in Highland Park. His last couple screenings, they've been positive for marijuana, but it's going down. So we knew that was going to happen. One of them, and then his last screening is pending. So I don't have that one, but they have been going down. So that's a good part. So I'm just trying to make sure I get him situated. Like I said, we've had contact about 3 or 4 times.
All right, very good. Very good. Mr. Robinson, who did they refer you to for treatment, for outpatient treatment?
Rainbow Center, Michigan. Rainbow.
I'm sorry, say the name of it again.
Rainbow, the center, Rainbow, Michigan. Said Rainbow.
Rainbow. Okay.
That's
all right.
And that's got to be in Highland Park.
Yeah.
Okay, that's in Highland Park. All right. And so Mr. Yancey will connect with you. You'll have to sign a release so that Mr. Yancey can get your progress. We don't get to know what you talk about with your therapist, but we get to find out your progress. If you're attending, if you're putting in your effort, if you're working your therapy. And so those are the things we get to know, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. Have you been having any difficulties with working the program? What do you think about it so far?
I think it's cool because I started trying to tell a fib within myself, and now I'm just being honest, clear. So I learned that much already over the phone.
All right, very good. Very good. I'm glad to hear that you're getting up, you're going to your testing. That's a really good thing. Really good thing. Those THC levels should be at 0 pretty soon. So you want to make sure no use, because it'll go in the opposite direction. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. Tell me something, or have you learned something about yourself since you've been in this process?
I learned that I got to keep working for my 6 kids because I was about to give up on working. I know I got to pay some money. I know I got to do a lot of things that I needed to do. So I got to keep pushing and keep standing up, you know, being a grown man that I am. So I learned that, be honest and stay focused, basically.
Yeah, you have 6 minor children, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, then you know they need you. How old is the oldest one?
She's 9.
Oh my goodness, and how old is the baby?
She's 2.
2. Okay. Yeah, you gotta keep working. You got a lot of time ahead of you. Yes, sir. And so they need you, and not just working. They need you to set a good example, Mr. Robinson. They need you, they need to be able to look up to you, not just their teachers and other folks, you know, in their family, but their father. And they will listen to what you do much better than what you say, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So let's set some good examples. All right, what do you need us to help you with, Mr. Robinson, if anything?
I really want to get my GED because I'm an intelligent person. I just got caught up in school, like with some fake money. And my mom, she a cop, and she tell me every day, she a cop in Detroit, and she tell me every day I need to go ahead and get my GED. So I really need help with that.
And I really need you to get your GED too, because you are intelligent. And it's tough out here without a high school diploma or some type of formal training. So I want you to get your GED. What do you want to do with yourself?
I'm really talented with everything. Like I know how to draw, I know how to count good. I'm good at every subject. I really be accounting for a bank, you know, or like to go after my mom, what she did, be a cop. I don't have no record when I get done with this. And so I really, cause I wanted to be a basketball, but that dream ain't work. You know, I had so many kids. So I really want, I'll be accounting for a bank. I can count up to $1 million in 20 minutes. So I can do that.
Oh, wow. Okay, I had a whole lot of questions and comments, but I'm not gonna do that. But I am gonna tell you, don't have no more, because you almost got a basketball team for yourself. So let's go get the GED and you know, if you want to get maybe 1 or 2 neighborhood kids to join with your 6, then you'll have your own basketball team. Look at that. You don't need to have no more though. Okay. All right. So, Mr. Robinson, look, I'm always glad to hear when people have goals and they have dreams and things that they're working toward. I tell my kids all the time, when people stop dreaming and they stop having goals, they used to tease me about, Mom, why are you going back to school? You're old, your kids are grown. Why are you always trying to go to a class? When people stop dreaming and people stop setting goals for themselves and wanting to do something better, that scares me. Because the day I stop dreaming, I still have goals that I have not accomplished. The day I stop dreaming, the day I stop setting goals for myself, I just feel like you cease to exist. Like you're just here. So your mama probably told you something like that too, huh?
Yes, she do. Yes, she do. It's a lot. She a lot. She tell me that a lot because I stopped dreaming like a year or 2 ago. And like I said, my mom, she was always there for me. She's been a cop for like 2 years now because her brother passed away. He got murdered in the east side of Detroit. And she was going in the doctor field, but she changed it to now she's a cop. And now she telling me everything positive, like I need to pay my tickets, get my license. And she been doing that, but now we got a better understanding. Understanding
All right.
me achieving some things, you know.
Yeah. How old are you, Mr.? You only 30 years old.
Man, with no record at the moment, trying not to.
Not gonna have a record. There you go. You're not gonna have a record because you're gonna learn some things while you're with us so that you can make some better choices in life, as well as set some goals for yourself and work toward them.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay?
Thank you.
All right. All right. You have any questions for us? Anything you need us to help you with?
How long? I got a question. How long? Do you know how long is the treatment? Cause I go to work today at 7 o'clock, and they changed my schedule now. I got bumped, so they changed me all around now, and I'm trying to get steady in my job. Like
you go to work at 7 o'clock p.m. or a.m.
PM just for today because I'm doing some catching up. We're doing some catching up. So by today, I know my regular schedule.
All right. So Mr. Yancey, work with him or have him work with his counselor about treatment because treatment is mandatory. You must go. Okay. And not only just go, you gotta go, participate, be honest, so that you can get the help that you may need to prevent you from ever having a record or being caught up in the judicial system, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so Mr. Yancey will have some conversation with you about that. How does that sound?
That sounds fine, ma'am. I like your hair today too. Look pretty every day.
Oh, it's Monday, y'all. Did y'all hear him say he liked my hair? Why, thank you, Mr. Robinson. I like my hair today too. Let me see your hair. Let me see if I like it. Oh, you got a haircut. I like your hair. Oh, you want me to see them waves. I see. I'm getting seasick. Back up from the camera. Back up, back up. I see them waves. All right, Mr. Robinson, you're a good guy. I hope you really take advantage of the opportunities that you're going to have working with us. And so I want to hear from the attorneys. Anything else you want to add for Mr. Robinson?
Yeah, yes, thank you. Mr. Robinson, we talked 2 weeks ago when you signed your contract. I advised you not to get overwhelmed. Level 1, we're looking at 3 major things: drug testing, counseling, and your meetings. You're off to a good start. Keep up the good work. You said you could do it. I believe you can do it. Work on that GED, because the GED will open so many doors to you. You're such a young man. Be safe, Mr. Robinson. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
If I might add, Your Honor, Mr. Robinson, you've gotten off to a great start. Good review. I like your attitude. I like your approach to life. Keep up the great work and be safe.
Thank you, Rob.
All right. Mr. Yancey, when do you have Mr. Robinson coming back?
Your Honor, March 22nd of this year at 8:30.
All right. Did you get that date, Mr. Robinson, at 8:30 a.m.?
Yes, ma'am. 322.
All right. You're doing a great job. Keep up the good work. I'll see you in 2 weeks, okay?
Ma'am, have a good day.
All right. Thank you. I'm ready on Ms. Pryor. I have case number 200-557-9901. Ms. Pryor, state your name for the record.
Martasia Pryor.
How are you this morning?
I'm fine, and you?
I am doing well. I'm glad that you are on and that you've been listening and engaged, because when people turn off their cameras, I skip over them. They're supposed to be engaged and listening to maybe some struggles that other people have and hopefully learning something from them. So thank you for staying engaged, okay?
No problem.
All right. Who has Ms. Pryor's case? Is that you, Mr. Yancey?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
All right. This is Ms. Pryor's first review?
It is, Your Honor.
All right. Tell me what's been going on with Ms. Pryor.
Well, Ms. Pryor, she's off to a pretty good start. She started our program February 25th of this year. So she's been screening at JAMS. I have seen those screenings and they have been negative. And she will be going to outpatient with NCADD, Your Honor.
Good.
So.
And what about 12-step?
12 steps. I did try to email her. I had to make sure she has the right information to start that. So we'll have that totally going by her next hearing.
All right, wonderful. Okay, let's get that going. No issues with Ms. Pryor? She's doing everything she was supposed to do, right, Mr. Yancey?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Well, they're on that last.
Okay, I need you to mute. When you come in court, just mute. All right. Mr. Yancey, very good. I'm glad to hear that, Ms. Pryor. Very good. You're off to a great start.
I talked to someone named Sylvia Ellison. My first meeting with her today, and I have to talk to her every Monday.
Ms. Ellison?
Yes.
Is she with NCADD?
I'm not sure which. I think she's with the 12 weeks.
Your Honor, she is
the
with,
12.
If I could, I'm so sorry. Your Honor, if I could, she is with NCADD. I actually called her to verify Ms. Pryor's appointment, so she is with outpatient treatment.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. All right, very good. And so what do you think of the program? You're 2 weeks in. You're still brand new? What do you think so far?
I think it's a great program. I feel like all you have to do is be honest with yourself and with them and put in the hard work. And as long as you want to get on a great path, then it'll all work out.
It certainly will. You are certainly right about it. Be honest with, and you said it in the right order. Be honest with yourself first, and then with the people that's trying to help you. Because if you're not honest with yourself, they can't help you, right?
Exactly.
There you go. Work at it. Work at it. And so you're still working at the family restaurant?
Yes, ma'am. 6 days a
Are
week.
you all 6 days? Are you all open back up again?
Yes, we're only closed on Mondays.
All right. What, you didn't tell me the name of the restaurant.
It's called Pryor's Fine Food.
Pryor's Fine Food. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Very good. Anything that you've had difficulty with, Miss Pryor? Mr. Reed, you wrote that down? I was trying to get the name of that restaurant for you.
Yes, is that a family-owned restaurant? It said Pryor. Is your last name Pryor?
Yes, it's family owned.
Oh, good. We got a plug in. Where is it located?
It's on Nevada and Conant on the east side.
Nevada and Conant on the east side.
Yes.
We got a plug in. Let them know we plugged the family restaurant. This is worldwide.
Yes.
The whole world heard this, okay?
Yes, this does stream live. Mr. Fikens, I know you were thinking it about Mr. Reed writing it down, and I said it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the food is great.
And the food is great.
Yeah.
Do you have food for vegetarians or pescatarians?
No, I don't think
I
we
don't eat seafood. You don't have any seafood?
Well, we have specials like once a week or every 2 weeks we would have specials, and sometimes seafood would be one of our specials.
But other than that?
No, other than that, it's just soul food.
Everybody else is happy. Just understand, I'm the only one that's tripping, okay? Everybody else is happy. All right, very good. So, Ms. Pryor, has anything been difficult for you so far with respect to working the program?
No, nothing. I've done everything that Mr. Yancey told me to do. I've called everyone. I reached out. I've been screening. I had no problems with anything.
All right, you know that if it gets and you'll have difficulties, but they're all manageable, right? It's about discipline and sacrifice, and so they're manageable. But we want to definitely help you. You're 25 years old, and so I want this to be a drop in the bucket of time of your life, because the charge that you're before me on, it is a dismissible offense, and so you will walk away from 36th District Court with nothing on your record. And that's the way I want it. But most importantly, I want you to get some real good tools that you can use, because you've got a lot of life ahead of you. Okay?
Yes.
All right. Anything you need from us? Any questions you have for us?
No, I think I'm fine.
All right. Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens, anything for Ms. Pryor?
Yes, Judge. Thank you. Good report. This is your first report. Don't get overwhelmed. As I said to Mr. Robinson, we're looking at 3 things mainly for level 1: drug testing, counseling, and doing your meetings. You're doing all that. Take advantage of the program, because you're going to meet some good people. You have excellent judge, case managers, good people. So you're not alone. Be safe, and let your family know we plugged that restaurant, okay? Maybe they'll give you a raise or something. Thank you, Judge.
Mr. Fikens?
Ms. Pryor, first of all, he wants to cut in line in the restaurant, Mr. Reed. That's all he's talking about. I just want you to know that. No, seriously, it's a good report, good first report. Seems like you have a good approach and a good attitude, family support. That's all important. And keep up the great work, man. We're proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. A great first report. You're doing well. Continue to do well. Mr. Yancey, I won't see Ms. Pryor again until March. Is that the 22nd?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. March 22nd at 8:30 a.m. is when I'll see her. All right, Ms. Pryor, do well.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too. Okay, let's go back. Are we ready on Ms. Zacher? Mr. Fikens?
Yes, Your Honor, we are.
All right, let me have you unmute. I'll ask Ms. Zacher to unmute. Ms. Cleveland, is this your case or Ms. Rob's case?
That's Ms. Ross' case, but I think she's in the courtroom with another judge. Oh, she's coming in right now. I'm so sorry.
Okay, that's fine. All right.
Good morning,
While
Your
Ms.
Honor.
Ross is coming. Good morning, good morning. While Ms. Robs is coming, I have case number U534455519 for Christy Zacher. Ms. Zacher, state your full name for the record.
Christy Zacher.
All right, Ms. Zacher, how are you today?
I'm much better today, Miss Holmes.
Okay. All right.
Much better.
Let's get Miss. How's that baby?
What baby? I don't have any babies.
I thought I saw a little hand on your face.
A little what?
Okay, maybe I'm tripping.
No.
I thought I saw a
No
kid's
baby.
hand
No.
on your face. Okay.
No.
Okay. I thought I saw a little kid's hand on your face.
No.
Okay. All right. Good, Ms. Zacher. No babies. Okay. We have enough of them. Trust me.
Yeah.
We do. We just had somebody with 6 of them. Yes. All right. As soon as she comes back, I thought I saw Miss Kennedy, but she doesn't have her camera on, and so I can't do it.
To turn it on. I don't know. I hope she's there. I'm gonna try to call her, Your Honor.
Okay, very good. Miss Kennedy, you gotta stay engaged when you're in court. Good morning to you.
Good morning to you.
You gotta stay engaged. How are you?
I've had better days, but I'm okay.
First of all, we called your case on Friday, and I was shocked that you weren't there. But then I heard that you had a loss in your family.
Yes, my mother passed away, and I've been having trouble sleeping, and that just so happened to be one of the days that I was finally able to get some sleep, so I slept in.
I understand it. How are you handling that loss, Miss Kennedy?
You know what? At the beginning, it was a little bit harder, but I realized for the last couple of years here, my mom's been battling stage 4 ovarian cancer, and it was really hard for her, and she was really suffering. So I think, at the end here, she got bed sores, and they were really bad, and I don't want to say it was easier because that's just horrible. It's never easier, but it was for the best. She's in a better place, and she was just suffering horribly. The selfishness in me, though, was like, no, I'm not ready to let her go.
Yeah, of course. Of course. But your mom got to see you clean and sober, right?
Yeah, she did.
She did. And that's something that you should be very, very proud of. She had that opportunity to know you got yourself together. And so you can carry on, right?
Yes.
For your son, for yourself, for your family. So very good. Are you talking about the grief that you're experiencing?
Yes, I am. I've actually spoke with it. It's been a couple of our topics last week with DRP, and then we also had that as a topic with Alice J.
All right, very good. I want you to continue to talk about it. Don't keep it to yourself. It's okay to feel what you feel because we only get one, right? And so I need you to talk about it though, because it's staying inside and internalizing can cause other issues, including health issues. Okay? Yeah. So will you do that without a court order?
Oh, yeah, of course.
All right, very good. Let me place your case number on the record. I don't think I did that. I have case number ZA071371. Miss Kennedy, state your full name for the record.
Arian Kennedy.
All right. And so, Miss Kennedy, what do you need us to help you with at this point?
The winning Mega Millions numbers.
I wish we could do that. I wish. I wish. I promise you, we'd share with everybody, right, team? They looking like, nah. It's like, speak for yourself, Judge. Yes. Other than that, what do you need help with? I know that this is a different kind of time for you, and you've come so far, and I want to make sure you stay on track.
Oh, yes, Your Honor, my foundation is built strong. Naomi's Nest actually prepared us for this and building our foundation. And it was one of our Naomi's Nest that what could break your foundation. And I knew that eventually this was coming. So I'm already prepared for it. Don't worry. No slips, dips, or weekend trips.
All right. That's what I want to hear. All right.
But
and so how's your... I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
What I do with my driving record.
1 second, Miss Kennedy. Let me mute somebody who just joined and has a whole lot of shuffling and stuff going on. All right, go ahead, Miss Kennedy.
Is there any way that you guys can get me a copy of my driving record?
We're not allowed to give out that SOS report, right, Mr. Reed? No, we're not allowed to give that out.
I don't think we can give out, Judge. I think she has to go to the Secretary of State for that, unless you want to.
Right. You would have to get it from the Secretary of State. That's my understanding, is that we're not allowed to give that report to people that come before us, but you can go to the Secretary of State to get your driver's record. But what I'd like to know is what's going on with your driver's license.
I'm currently still working with my lawyer. He needs that, but unfortunately, because of the way the Social Security or the Secretary of State is set up, the nearest appointment is like August.
Yeah, I know. And so I know that you had a case before Judge Shannon Johnson as well, right?
Yes.
And what happened with that case?
I actually was in your courtroom this morning and then was informed that I had court with her this morning. So I left and dealt with that. The charges were lowered and amended, and I was charged fines and fees.
All right, 1 second, Miss Kennedy. I'm muting your phone, sir. I don't know who you are, but I'm muting your phone. Please do not unmute it. If you unmute again, I'm gonna have to remove you from my courtroom because you're making too much noise. I'm sorry, Miss Kennedy, go ahead.
I was charged with fines and fees.
Okay, and so, yes, Miss Cleveland?
Hi, Your Honor. Good morning, Miss Kennedy. Good morning, everyone. I did, just while we're on this topic, I had the opportunity to speak to the court clerk for Judge Shannon Johnson, and this is verified that she had 2 matters that she was assessed fines and costs that have to be paid by Friday, and then it's going to be a closed case. But the other thing is she still has that misdemeanor, the driving while the license is suspended, that is in front of Judge Shannon Johnson's case that has not been reconciled or has not been resolved. So that is something that I discussed with Ms. Jamie today too. So they're asking if this is a matter, it's actually in warrant status, but she has had a hearing on it. She had a hearing on it, but I believe on November 13th, that was around the time that the court went to a different status because of COVID last year. And they have not moved forward on this matter since that date. So I saw it on our system, AS 400, JS, the JS system, JIS system. Sorry.
JIS.
Thank you. I saw that that is still considered in warrant status, which the warrant has not been lifted yet on this. But they have heard the other 2 matters and have moved forward with the other matters. So the clerk is asking if this is something that you would like moved to your docket.
So when she went to court with Judge Shannon Johnson on the other 2 matters, no one did this matter?
No, Your Honor, it had not moved forward alongside the other one. However, the dates are different. One, this driving while license suspended, and I do remember Ms. Kinney talking about this on the record, that she had one.
I have it in my notes.
Yep, she had one in the August, and then she had one in September. The 2 driving tickets in September are the ones that got reconciled today. The one for the driving while license suspended, it appears that it's just been in the warrant status since November, and it was not heard by Judge Hannah Johnson.
All right. Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens, I do have the one that's in warrant status. I'd like to see if you all could get something on this, and I may even entertain adding it to her drug treatment court contract. So would you all, because I don't want to leave her in warrant status. What I'll do is, I don't know that you can do it on today. I mean, it's early. I don't know if you can contact.
If Miss Kennedy, I'm sorry, Your Honor, if Miss Kennedy can wait on the phone for a little while, I'll be happy to contact the prosecutor. I have a pretty good understanding of what the offer would be. And then we'd also be asking that this matter be placed on the drug court treatment contract. So it could be dismissed if Miss Kennedy successfully completes drug treatment court.
All right. So Miss Kennedy, are you willing to hold on to see if Mr. Fikens can get an offer on this matter?
Oh, yes, of course.
All right. Very good. If you could do that, send this to Mr. Fikens. If you could, make sure he gets the ROA from Miss Kennedy. Yes. All right. Very good for that one outstanding matter. All right. Very good. And so we'll work on that. And so Miss Kennedy, tell me something that you've learned since the last time I've seen you.
So we've talked about it at DRP, and it's the big baby. What it is, basically saying want it and want it now. And that was something that I had when I first got into drug court. And it's something that I'm still currently working on, but I think I've gotten way better at learning that I can't have everything I want right then and there. And I can't have everything I want. And I have to learn to accept that.
Yes. And yeah, we all have to learn to accept that, right? Because then we start compromising and doing things that sometimes we shouldn't do. We have that mentality, I want what I want and I want it now. Sometimes you can want it, but maybe now is just not the time for it, right? Yes. Or there's some things you need to do to prepare for it. All right. Very good. Do you have any questions for us, Ms. Kennedy, or anything you need from us? And then I'll give Mr. Fikens the opportunity and we'll come back on your matter this morning because I don't want you out there in warrant status.
Currently, no, Your Honor. You couldn't give me the lottery numbers, so that was all I'm asking for.
All right. All right, Mr. Reed, anything you'd like to add as to Ms. Kennedy?
Yes, Judge. I'd just like to tell Miss Kennedy, I'm so sorry for your loss. You're doing a good job with the program. Keep up the good work. If you need any grief counseling or anything like that, just ask for it because it's available. And be safe. Sorry for your loss, Miss Kennedy. Thank you.
And Your Honor, I'll quickly add, I join with Mr. Reed, Ms. Kennedy, about we're sorry for your loss. Keep up the great work. We know you're a strong person. We know you're going to get past this because you're a determined person. Keep up the great work. And please stay on the line, and it will take a few minutes, probably about 10, 15 minutes or so. But we'll get your matter done today, okay?
And thank you so much.
All right, very good. So, Ms. Cleveland, the return to court date for Ms. Kennedy will be?
She's in phase 3, so she would be 1, 2, 3. It would be April. So sorry, Your Honor. April 5th.
Yes, April 5th. That's fine. Okay, April 5th, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. And so you don't have to keep your camera on, Ms. Kennedy, but just make sure you can hear us, okay? So I can call you when you're ready.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, very good. Let's go back to Ms. Zacher. Every time I call Ms. Zacher, I just lost Ms. Robert. Oh.
Come on, Ms.
Who's doing Ms. Zacher?
Your Honor, just one quick second. She's interviewing a veteran in Judge Sharbree courtroom right now. So she's on my computer. We're trying to work two things at one time.
That's fine. No problem. There's also an Antonio Anderson on. I'm gonna mute because somebody has a lot of movement going on. And it's
I think that's Mr. Lackey.
Mr. Lackey.
I think that's Mr. Lackey.
Where's Mr. Lackey at?
His video was on, but he turned it off.
I need everybody to turn, because when I finish, I'm finished. So if you have your camera off, I need you to put it on so I know who you are. So I can call, not you, Miss Kennedy. I know you're in limbo. You good. But there's an Antonio Anderson. I need you to unmute and to turn on your phone, turn on your camera. I don't see Mr. Lackey.
I believe it's the Moto E.
Oh, okay. Mr. Lackey, I need you to start your video if you're on.
Hello?
Yeah, Mr. Anderson, where have you been all morning?
Huh?
What? Oh, not
Pardon me.
Okay.
We meant to say pardon me.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Anderson, where have you been all morning?
You said what? I can't hear you.
Where have you been all morning?
I've been at home.
And you just joined? Okay, let me hold on. That's Mr. Lackey with all that noise. Officer, whose case is up next? We'll do Ms. Zacher when Ms. Ross comes back.
Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Anderson. Mr. Lackey, I'm gonna put you on mute again. I don't know what Mr. Lackey is doing, but he's making a lot of noise. All right, let's do Mr. Anderson. I have the following matter for Antonio Anderson. I have case number 1904432-501. Mr. Anderson, state your full name for the record, please.
Antonio Anderson.
All right, Mr. Anderson, how are you this morning?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing good, Mr. Anderson. When you come to court, you have to turn on your camera, okay? I want you to be engaged. You're new to this program?
No, ma'am.
Okay, that's why I know you know. You're supposed to have that camera on. All right, Mr. Anderson, you been all right?
Yes, ma'am.
What's been going on with you? Seems like I haven't seen you in forever.
It feels like it.
I know you done changed your look up on me and everything.
Yeah, I had to cut it off.
I see you. All right, you staying on the path of recovery?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you're not using any substances? You're going to your testing?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you having any issues that you need me to help you with, Mr. Anderson?
No, ma'am.
All right, tell me something you've learned since the last time I've seen you.
Just stay on the path of recovery, and you only make it hard for yourself if you go down that route again and you know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, you make it hard for yourself, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Mr. Yancey, what do you want to tell me about Mr. Anderson? What's going on with Mr. Anderson?
Well, Your Honor, Mr. Anderson, he's in phase 3. He actually is in our maintenance phase.
That's why I haven't seen him in so long.
That's why you haven't seen him, because he started our program July 19th of 2019 for 18 months. I did see Mr. Anderson this past Friday, where he got me all the information for his restricted license. So that's why he's still in our program. He's trying to get some time in with a restricted license. So I'm gonna forward that to the appropriate parties and hopefully get him going with that incredibly fast.
All right, very good, very good. All right, anything from any of the team members as to Mr. Anderson?
Judge, Mr. Anderson, keep up the good work. You're on level 3, I heard, and that's the maintenance stage. We're proud of what you're doing. Just be safe and keep up the good work. Thank you, Mr. Anderson.
Thank
you. Your Honor, if I might add, Mr. Anderson, you are doing a great job. We are proud of you. Keep up the good work. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Mr. Yancey, when is Mr. Anderson returning to court?
Your Honor, it's going to be a April 5th face-to-face.
Okay, very good. You have that down, Mr. Anderson?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, make sure you stay connected when you do get on, okay?
Okay.
All right, good to see you.
Good to see you too.
All right, let's go back to Ms. Zacher. Come on, Ms. Zacher, we're gonna try it one more time. Here we go. I have case number U 534-455-19 for Christy Zacher. Ms. Zacher, I'm gonna ask you to unmute. And then Ms. Robbs, I need you to tell me what's going on with Ms. Zacher.
Yes, Your Honor.
Because didn't I put her in warrant phase?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, what's going on?
Your Honor, we're here today for Ms. Zacher due to Ms. Zacher.
I can barely hear you, Ms. Robbs.
I apologize, Your Honor. Can you hear me?
I can now.
Okay, I'm sorry. Ms. Zacher missed 2 tests, Your Honor, at GEMS in Taylor, February 25th and March 3rd. I was able to send a wellness check through Riverview Police Department, March 4th, 2020. The police did go to her home, Your Honor, and they were able to locate Ms. Zacher. I have made several attempts to try to reach Ms. Zacher during this time, and she had missed had the missed test, Your Honor. Once I did speak with Ms. Zacher, she did give me a call. Once I spoke with
This was after the police went to her house?
Yes, Your Honor. Ms.
Okay.
Zacher did try to reach me, Your Honor, but we missed each other. I had made contact with Team Wellness on March 2nd, whereas I spoke with Ms. Bushari at Team Wellness, who had indicated that Ms. Zacher was still in compliance with her medication and her mental health regimen. And that's when Ms. Zacher.
Hold on, Ms. Robbs. Somebody make sure Mr. Lackey is not driving and on Zoom. That's not gonna happen. Who's got Mr. Lackey's case?
Who has Mr. Lackey? I think Mr. Lackey.
I'll take care of that, Your Honor.
Yeah, take care of that. I'm gonna remove him. Just driving away. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ms. Robbs.
Yes, Your Honor. So I was able to make contact, Your Honor. So she was still in compliance with Team Wellness, according to Ms. Bushari. I had also reached out to Dr. Brennan. I had not received a response back. When I did speak with Ms. Zacher on March the 5th, Your Honor, Friday, 2021, Ms. Zacher had informed me, Your Honor, that she had a relapse on crack cocaine. She informed me, Your Honor, that she had lost her job due to her using, and she informed me that she had binged. She informed me, Your Honor, that her vehicle, her family stepped in, and they did take her vehicle from her. She stated that she had been in the house. She was going through her detox and had been sleeping a lot. And it was very surprising, Your Honor, that Ms. Zacher, that these things had occurred with Ms. Zacher, and I just found it just strange during the time that she stopped testing and that I didn't hear back from her. I knew there was something, and so I had reached out to you, Your Honor, and you recommended the wellness check, and thank you, Your Honor, for that, because they did see her in the house. They said that she, looked disheveled, but she was tired of sleeping. I'm very concerned, Your Honor, about Ms. Zacher. She did say she does have her medications. She does have a refill. She stated, Your Honor, that she has began to start back taking her medication. She set up an appointment with Dr. Brennan, the psychiatrist, and that she's trying to get her life back on track. She also stated, Your Honor, that after court today, her family is going to take her to see if she can, one, try to get her job back at AJ Packaging and or to find new employment.
No, employment is not even on my list right now.
Yes, Your Honor.
That's the least of her worries right now.
Yes, Your Honor. So, Your Honor, I'm grateful that Ms. Zacher does have a great family support that is stepping in, Your Honor. They took her car, they took her keys. They're not allowing her to drive. They've taken over her finances to help assist in her avoiding another relapse. And they've just been a
But she's got to get on that 1-800 number, Ms. Robs, to be reassessed.
Yes, Your Honor.
We missed something. We missed something.
Yes, Your Honor. I was able to speak with Ms. Zacher in regards to her relapse, Your Honor. It was related to some relationship issues and some self-esteem issues. And some assumptions, Your Honor. She did say that during that time she went with her boyfriend, and he actually came and got her from where she was in the city in Detroit, where she was using, and he made her stay with him until she went back home, and that's when her family stepped in. So it's some deeper rooted issues, Your Honor, and I 100% agree. The one with the 1-800 line, and my recommendation, if I can say, Your Honor, that I do think that the 1-800 line and increasing her outpatient or possibly inpatient therapy or whatever they decide for Ms. Zacher, because this was something, like you said, Your Honor, that was missed, and further evaluation may be needed.
All right, Mr. Fikens.
Yes, thank you, Judge, and thank you for the opportunity to speak with Ms. Zacher earlier. Essentially, what Ms. Robb says is accurate. In my conversation with Ms. Zacher, I appreciate her honesty. She was very upfront with me about her use, which occurred somewhere in the latter days of February. It was more than one use. It was at least a couple days. And that began the fall, the non-testing, getting off of any medications that she was on. And it's we talked a lot about that's part of the addictive process, but we all miss something, and you miss something too, because you're ready to graduate pretty soon. And this got you, and it happens. Life sometimes throws you curveballs that you don't see coming, that you don't know are there, that you suppressed or you put down. You didn't deal with them, and all of a sudden now you got to deal with them, and sometimes you fall down because of it. We spent a good deal of time talking about the 1-800 number, and that she has to be reassessed, that could include outpatient, intensive outpatient, inpatient. We have to be ready for that. She talked about the job. I said that, well, that's important. It's not the most important thing. We need to figure out Ms. Zacher right now. And I think Ms. Zacher wants to figure out Ms. Zacher too. I think she's dealing with this honestly. I don't think she had the tools ready for her to overcome whatever came at her. And so it's a setback. We talked about getting right back on it and getting going, but the sobriety comes first. Jobs are good. You got a great family support. She has, it seems to me, a great family support. It's all good because that's going to help her get through all of this. But I certainly join in that recommendation and express to Ms. Zacher that she's got to get on that 1-800 number for assessment. I think probably we ought to talk about this in staffing today or whenever it comes up again, Judge, to see what we talked about. Possible sanctions, we talked about possible treatment methods, modalities, but I think we need to discuss that further to determine what's best for Ms. Zacher.
All right, thank you. So you're suggesting that we bring it back to staffing or bring it to staffing at some point today. Ms. Zacher, I'm glad to see you are alive.
Thank you,
We
Ms.
were worried
Holmes.
about you.
I was
We were
worried
worried
about
about
myself
you.
as well. Thank you.
All right. Ms. Zacher, we need to get you the help that's necessary to get you back on track.
Okay.
All right. I'm not interested in even discussing sanction at this point, but I need to get you back on track. And even if that is inpatient treatment, I need to get you back on track. We tried it your way. We missed something. We need to get you back on track. Okay? I'm not able to hear you. I don't know if you're frozen
I said
or.
okay.
Oh, okay. All right. Have you given some thought to how did you get back here? How did you end up in this predicament?
Yeah, actually, I given it a lot of thought, and now the only thing I want to focus on is how I could prevent it from ever happening again. I'm just focused on how to prevent it from happening again. That's the
When
only
is
thing
the
I want
last
to think
time
about.
you've used? Ms. Zacher, when is the
Friday,
last time you've used?
Friday.
This past Friday?
Yes,
And what are you using?
crack.
She indicated, Judge, that she found a little bit more in her car, and she used that most recently. Am I correct on that, Ms. Zacher?
Yeah, after I woke up and I got my car back, I found some in the car.
All right, Ms. Robs, I need Ms. Zacher to get on the 1-800 number this morning. Look, Ms. Zacher, if you're not honest with the people on the 1-800 number, it's not going to work out for you.
Oh, I'm honest. I'm honest.
I'll send you to
honest with you and
jail,
everyone.
and then they'll be able to get you some help.
Yes.
I'd rather do it without you going to jail.
Yeah, I'm honest.
Okay, so I need you to tell them that you used on Friday, that you've been binging, and let them determine what your level of help or service needs to be, okay?
Okay.
All right, where are you living now?
In the same house in Riverview. I still have my
With
house. No, I still have
are
the
you
same
on your
house.
own?
Yeah, my family paid my rent this month.
Okay, all right. Right now, I know you need a job, but right now, we need to get you back on track, because when you're not sober, you're not gonna have the job.
I agree.
All right. I also, Ms. Rob, she needs to get on the 1-800 number today. She also needs to test today, because I need to know what's all in her system.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, she must test today.
I agree.
All right. And then, Ms. Robs, I would like to bring this back on, well, let's find out what they say on the 1-800 number. And if they say inpatient, then I need to have you get that order together, and let's find her an inpatient treatment facility. That doesn't mean you're going to go as long as you did before, but you need the help, Ms. Zacher. Tell me what those expressions are about.
Oh, it's just because I've just worked so hard to get to where I was, and I feel like I'm focused and that I could do this with outpatient and intensive outpatient. I just feel like that I just made a bad choice, and that if I work hard that I can figure out where I went wrong and how to prevent it from happening again.
Well, we'll let the professionals determine that. You're not in a position to determine that, okay?
I understand.
So let's work with the professionals and see what the recommendation is, and then I'll Ms. Rob's recommendation, and then I'll look at everything and make a decision.
Okay, I understand.
Okay, but I do need you to go and test today. Ms. Robs, I really need her to test today. I need Jams to do it. If they can expedite those test results, I would really appreciate it. I know it usually takes 2 days. I need them back sooner. And so if they could expedite, that would be great, because I'd like to bring her back. I want to say tomorrow. I don't know if they can expedite that quickly. But I need you to get up and go right now when we're finished, because it's still morning, and test screen at Jams.
That's
And
fine. I
then,
think the test ends at 9 and then you go back between 5 and 7. I think you can only test from
that's
6 to
right.
9 and then from 5 to 7 or something like that.
Okay. So Ms. Robson, she's gonna test from 5 to 7. Is that the
Yeah.
closest facility to you is Jams, right?
Jams or it's in Taylor, and then we have that one on Fort Street. I forgot what it's called, but I usually just go to Jams. Yeah, but they're all the same testing hours.
Oh, the same. Okay. Well, then just stick with where you're registered. So go test today between 5 and 7.
Yeah.
Okay. And then
Okay.
Ms. Robs will put this on the docket for Thursday, but I'd like those test results and to know what the 1-800 number said immediately.
Okay.
Okay. All right, Ms. Zacher, I need you to not use anymore for now.
Okay, well-
Let's give me an opportunity to get you some help.
Yeah, absolutely. I have no intention on using. I'm focusing on doing everything I can to try to change my life and get back on track.
I understand that. But Ms. Zacher, you know that you should be here at this courthouse going over to the Wayne County Jail. That's where you should be. I'm trusting you to stay in your home, get on that 1-800 number, be honest, go test on today, and then give me an opportunity to get you help and not in jail.
Okay.
Okay?
I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too. All right, Mr. Fikens, what do you want to tell me, or Mr. Reed?
I think, Judge, that Ms. Zacher is being honest, both with you and herself, most importantly herself. I think she wants to do it. She understands some of the consequences of what this meant, and I think she'll learn more. And I think she's honest about wanting to figure out how this won't happen again, because I think she's determined in that regard. But we have to wait and see now, because we've been handed a different set of cards. So Ms. Zacher, hang in there. We can do this. We're all behind you. Don't think you're doing this by yourself. You got great support. You have family support. You have court support. We're not here to harm you. We're here to help you. I think you know that. And don't hurt yourself in the process. Hang in there. You'll get through this.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Mr. Reed, was there something you wanted to say?
Yes, Judge, and don't beat yourself up too much. Sometimes relapse is part of recovery. We can be disappointed, but we're so happy. We're so glad you're still alive and you're with us, and you can work the program. You've worked the program in the past. We're concerned about the future now. We're going to find out what caused it, why you relapsed, but we're going to work the future now. Be safe. Don't beat yourself up too much. Thank you, Judge.
Mr.
Thank
Reed.
you.
All right. Ms. Robs, I'll see Ms. Zacher back on March 11th, 2021 at 8:30 a.m.
Yes,
And then you'll circle back to me today with any information, but I need her on that 1-800 number and testing today.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay? All right, Ms. Zacher, I need you to hang in there.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, reach out to Ms. Robs, answer Ms. Robs' calls, okay?
Okay.
All right, very good. Take care.
Thank you.
All right. I am going to attempt to bring Mr. Fikens, did you get any information on Ms. Kennedy?
You did, Your Honor. I got an offer.
Okay, let me see if I can get Mr. Lackey on, and then I'll do Ms. Kennedy. I'm gonna ask Mr. Lackey to start his video. He was just doing way too much for me this morning.
Your Honor, could I ask you a favor? I'm sorry to interrupt. Could you
Yes, go ahead.
Could you place me and Miss Kennedy in a breakout room?
Yes, so Ms. Kennedy, you're gonna go into a breakout room with Mr. Fikens. And it will still be breakout room number 1. You both should get an invitation. Mr. Fikens, did you get one?
Not yet, Judge.
Oh, shoots. I messed that up. Hold on. I'm gonna have to move her to breakout room 2. And then Mr. Fikens, I will move you to breakout room 2 as well. There we go.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Are we ready on Mr. Lackey with all of that shuffling and driving and doing everything else this morning?
Right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Mr. Lackey.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay.
All right. All right. I have case number U45328318 for Kenneth Lackey. Mr. Lackey, state your name.
Kenneth Lackey.
All right, Mr. Lackey, how are you doing today?
I'm just great. How about yourself?
I'm doing well, Mr. Lackey. I should have 2 matters for Mr. Lackey on here. An SP case. I don't know if we did something with it, but just verify it for him. All right, Mr. Yancey, tell me what's going on with Mr. Lackey.
Well, Your Honor, besides making noise, he's in phase 3. He's in our maintenance stage. He had a 14-month contract from August 13th of 2019. So he's been screening, they've been negative. So we were trying to figure out something with arms or arms alternative, but he had signed up for arms the last time. He missed it, but he already paid for it. So I did talk to him. So he's actually, which will work out better for him almost with any program, he's going to physically go to arms on the 13th and 14th, finish that, and then he'll be in good shape. He's agreed to that. He's talked to arms, and him going physically as opposed to relying on any kind of electronics for that program or any other program is going to work out best for Mr. Lackey.
All right, and so you're saying the 13th and the 14th of March?
Of this month, yes, Your Honor, that's the next arms. He's already scheduled, he's already paid, he's already set for that.
All right. Mr. Lackey, you heard that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You're doing what you're supposed to do otherwise, Mr. Lackey?
Let me say that again. My phone's on volume. I can't have you.
Are you taking care of business and staying clean and sober?
Yes, I've been taking care of business, trying to keep everything straight.
All right. You've been clean and sober?
Yep, I'm good.
And did you answer my question? Are you clean and sober?
Yes, I'm clean and sober.
All right, that's what I want to hear. Very good. What do you need us to help you with, Mr. Lackey?
Well, like I said, I just had talked to the lady at the arms. At first, she was trying to give me the information for the online, but actually, when I was trying to get in, I couldn't get in. So she told me to call her back again if I don't get in. If not, like I say, the 13th and 14th, and I got to be there. She say, like, I guess before 7 or something that morning, and do the 2 days, and I'll be out of there by Sunday evening.
Okay, very good. So that's the SP case. I'm sorry. It should have been, what was this one? 1 second, 107. Yeah. This should have been added to his drug treatment court contract. I know, but I want him to be able to get the dismissal for completing it. Yeah, because see, he was scheduled for review before me. Yeah, so let's add this to his drug treatment court contract. That I have it already on my form. I don't know what they did. Here we go. And then, did he have a balance on his other case?
No, he don't pay.
Okay, so just leave it like it is. That's fine. All right, very good. Okay, so Mr. Lackey, Do you have any questions
ma'am.
for the court or for anybody on the team?
Oh, no, I think I'm good. Long time just complete that arms thing, then I'll be good.
Yes, you will be.
I just want to say thank y'all, everybody that participated in. I'm trying to just stick to my side, what I'm supposed to do. So like I say, I only got that arms to do, and then I should be great. And I appreciate everybody.
We appreciate you too, Mr. Lackey.
Thank you.
All
right.
Mr. Lackey, if you get close to that date and you don't have transportation, contact me.
Okay. Will do.
Okay.
I'll contact you like maybe a couple of days before that, right?
Very much so.
Okay. No problem.
All right, Mr. Reed.
Yes, Judge, thank you. Mr. Lackey, report. You're on level 3. You're doing a good job. You always have a good attitude, Mr. Lackey.
Thank you.
You're doing everything we asked you to do. Don't get overwhelmed with this arms trip. You're going to be safe. Enjoy yourself. Have some fun. Thank you,
Yes.
Mr. Lackey. Be safe.
All right. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Yancey, when do you have Mr. Lackey coming back?
It'll be April.
It should be complete.
Yes,
right?
Yes, Your Honor. It would be April 5th of this year.
All right, at 8:30 a.m. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right, I need Mr. Lackey to make sure he has that time so he don't just show up when he wants to. All right, Mr. Lackey, I'll see you after arms. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, hang in there and keep up the good work you're doing. I'm proud of you, Mr. Lackey.
Thank you. Sorry about
All
that
right.
noise. Sorry about
That's
that
all right.
noise, too.
That's all right, Mr. Lackey. You good.
All right.
All right.
Bye-bye. Y'all have a good day.
You too.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, let me call this matter for Miss Kennedy. I have case number SP 11050221. Mr. Fikens, how are you all proceeding?
Judge, at this point in time, we'd like this court to accept the recommendation of the prosecutor in this matter, and that is if she pleads guilty to this matter, driving while unlicensed, the court would consider reducing that to fail to display. There's also a recommendation, or at least an acceptance, that the matter be transferred and placed on a drug treatment court contract if this court so allows.
All right. Ms. Kennedy, do you wish to take advantage of the people's offer?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give? Oh, I missed her. There she is. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. Mr. Fikens, you may proceed.
Thank you. Ma'am, you understand that in this matter, you have a right to a trial, correct?
Yes.
And you wish to waive that right and enter a guilty plea today, correct?
Yes.
Are you doing so freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
Has anyone forced you into doing this or promised you anything to get you to plead guilty today?
No.
I'm satisfied as to her constitutional waiver, Your Honor. May I proceed with the factual basis?
Yes, you may.
Thank you. Ma'am, on August 12th of 2020, were you operating a motor vehicle in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
And were you stopped by a police officer?
Yes.
And were you asked to produce a valid license?
Yes.
And was your license valid on that day?
No.
I'm satisfied, Your Honor.
I am too. Thank you, counsel. I'll accept your client's plea. I am going to also follow the recommendation to amend it to failure to display a valid operator's license. I'm also going to place this matter on the drug treatment court contract. Here you go, Ms. Drew, I wrote it up. On the drug treatment court contract. Now, Ms. Kennedy, I want to make sure you understand what that means. That no more driving, okay? Let's work on getting your driver's license, okay?
Yes.
No more driving. That's going to cause you some real issues, including time at the Wayne County Jail. And we don't even want to go that route, right?
Yes.
All right, very good. That takes care of that matter. She's no longer in warrant status. And so continue to do well, continue to work your program, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Fikens.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, I have a few more cases that I need to call on the docket. Unfortunately, I won't be able to staff this morning until 12 o'clock. I have a meeting at 11:15. And so I won't be able to staff, and I need to do a little bit of reading before that. So I have the following cases. I have Annette James, case number 17044999201, case number 17045844901, and case number 19056382001. Who had Miss James?
That's me.
Mr. Yancey, is that
I'm
you?
sorry, that
Okay.
is me. I talked to her last Monday and last Thursday. So that was a face-to-face, and her next date will be April 5th. She's in phase 3. She's still in the same place at Hope House. Still reports she's close to getting her disability.
All right.
And-
I really want to get her, I really don't want her to leave this program just at Hope House.
Yeah, I was trying to get her to see if she has somebody else that could kind of be her guardian. And she mentioned one person, but she didn't seem too confident about them. So we didn't use them, and she kind of earns her keep at Hope House by doing kind of a whole lot of things there. So we're trying to work something out. We're running out of resources or people that care enough about her to do it, but I'm still working with her. We're still working on it.
All right. Mr. Yancey, you may want to reach out to Mr. Wade to find out how do they do the guardianship piece through mental health court. Because there is a piece that they do where they are given a guardian. It's through the police department, and that guardian, we want to make sure she has adequate housing, make sure she has a Social Security, make sure she has housing that she can afford, so that once she leaves us, she's just not back out there trying to figure it out. I don't want that for Miss James.
Okay.
So reach out to Mr. Wade and ask them about that process. I don't know why we couldn't use it.
I'll do that.
I don't know. I might be overstretching, but it's worth a try.
Okay.
All right, very good. What's her return to court date? I'm sorry. April 5th.
April 5th, right?
Got it. All right, I have Crystal Lane, Z8060021.
Crystal Lane, that court date is March 29th.
March 29th. Okay, give me a second. Someone did a face-to-face with her?
Ms. Ross did.
All right, very good. Okay, I also have Mr. Keith Paul, SP 105079111. What's going on with Mr. Paul?
Mr. Paul, next court date is March the 18th.
He had a face-to-face as well.
He should have been today.
Huh?
He wasn't supposed to be on the docket today.
Oh, he wasn't supposed to be. Okay, when is his court date?
March the 18th.
March 18th. All right, gotcha. I have also Caitlin Smith, U463000718.
Cabaret D card, Judge. That was a
Arraignment on the bench warrant, yes, and she failed to appear. All right, Capias will issue. The bond will be set at $500 cash or surety. Please identify it as specialty court and do not reduce the bond. All right, wonderful. And then the last matter I have is Bradley Williams, case number 1904519-901.
That was my case, Your Honor. I did talk to him for 20 minutes this morning. He's doing well. He's in phase 3, maintenance phase. He's on Smart Start, no violations. He's doing well. His next court date will be April 5th of this year.
All right, very good. That's all I have for the docket, Ms. Drew, is that correct?
That is correct.
All right, very good. We need to establish a time. My meeting is supposed to be only from 11:15 to 11:55. I don't know why they said it like that, but okay. And so you all tell me what time you want to staff.
12 o'clock.
12 noon.
No lunch, huh?
12
Okay.
o'clock.
All right. There are a couple of things that'll work for me. Good morning. That'll work for me. There have been a couple of matters that I've asked individuals to bring back to staffing. Please make sure you bring those matters with you so that we can discuss them. Also, please look over your case load. If there's anybody that you are attempting to promote or that you are recommending to promote, please make sure we bring that individual to staffing as well. Okay? Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
No,
Nothing
Judge.
else? All right, I'll see you all at 12. This one's not stamped. I don't know if they're the same. I'll see you all at 12.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you.